Alright, so it's fight week, and honestly, I'm excited for this one. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. The press conference was hilarious.
You're gonna have Shakur jigama, you know?
You said you're gonna do what?
Jigga my balls.
What?
Talking about room 40
Faster.
though.
You said what?
I'm talking about room 40.
Yeah.
Room 40's nuts.
Faster. Yo, you pause, bro. What's up with you, bro?
The face-off was hilarious.
Wow.
Hold the don't try me.
Nah, I'm
Don't
just
try
saying,
me.
bro, like, you ain't fight a fighter with that kind of style yet
Don't
to
try
know,
me.
like, whether he
And it feels like the fight will deliver. So let's break it down, fighter by fighter, and then I'll give you my prediction. Let's start with Teofimo Lopez. Between 2018 and 2020, Teofimo was incredible. That run was special, and I often look back fondly on this era of boxing. Viral celebrations, wild knockouts, amazing performances, and Teo was giving real star energy. And then the Lomachenko fight, that night that changed everything. Teofimo didn't just beat Loma, he outthought him, outworked him, and at times outboxed him. Teofimo beat him more decisively than any opponent before and since. That victory over Lomachenko secured him the Fighter of the Year award for 2020, and at that point it looked like boxing had a new superstar. But since then, we've seen a different Teofimo. First came the fight with George Kambosos, a massive build-up, a fight Teofimo was expected to dominate, and instead he looked distracted and very beatable. He was dropped early, and the corner advice was very poor, as many in the Teo camp believed this was an easy night.
That's why I said, time, take your time. Bro, the right hand is working. Finish him already, what the fuck is going on?
Teo tried to rally back, but it was too late. George Kambosos picked up the win in a massive upset. Later, it was reported that he had a life-threatening condition called however the fuck that is pronounced, and he was lucky to be alive. Then there was the Sandor Martin fight, which many people, myself included, thought that he arguably lost. Teo looked vulnerable, being hurt on occasions. It also looked like Teo couldn't adapt and struggled with fighters he had to look for. He was given the decision, but it didn't feel convincing. After that, Teofimo did look like he returned to form against Josh Taylor. That performance was sharp, focused and aggressive. It felt like the takeover was back, but then the Ortiz and Claggett fights. And honestly, they were dull performances, with a lot of frustration for myself, as I am a huge Teo fan. Most recently, Teo shut out Barboza in a very strong performance, one that finally looked like the return of the best version of Teofimo, but only time will tell. That's been the story for Teofimo post Loma. Brilliant on that one night in October, but largely underwhelming ever since. And here's the thing with Teofimo. His biggest weakness isn't his skill, it's himself. We've seen him question himself.
Bro, do I still have it? You do, man. Do I still got it? Yeah.
Mentally, he seems to swing between supreme confidence and visible doubt. Stylistically, he struggles against movers. When fighters control the distance, use their footwork to disrupt his rhythm and make him reset, Teo looks very beatable. He strives when someone stands in front of him and trades. This next part seems to be a double-edged sword. It's both his strength and weakness, but Teofimo Lopez is a big occasion fighter. When the moment is the brightest and his back is up against the wall, he seems to deliver his best performance. Now let's talk about Shakur. Shakur has been flawless throughout his career, a silver medalist at the 2016 Olympics, and arguably the best Olympian from that class to turn pro. Since then, 3-weight world champion and honestly one of the most complete fighters in boxing today. His defense is elite, the best in the sport. The punches landed to taken is ridiculous, 20-2. His distance control is amazing, and his ring IQ is off the charts. We've never seen him hurt, we've never seen him look bad, and we've never seen him panic. The closest thing was against Zepeda, and that looked more like a balance issue. He stayed composed, he adjusted, and he won a wide decision. Shakur's biggest weakness has always been his hands. It seems to be an open secret. His brittle hand could be compared to Floyd Mayweather's, and that's probably why he lacks power. But what he lacks in power, he makes up for in control. He hits you, you miss, he resets, and he does it again. One interesting thing about this fight that isn't taken into consideration is the size comparison. Shakur is the one moving up. Normally, when a fighter moves up, we assume they're the smaller guy. But if you've watched the face-off and the press conference, they look pretty similar in size. So here's my prediction. Even though Teofimo looks locked in and looks to be in incredible shape, even though this is a big occasion which usually brings out the best of him, I can't overlook the stylistic issue. Teofimo Lopez underperforms against fighters who won't engage, against fighters who don't let him set into his rhythm, and that's exactly what Shakur Stevenson does best. So based on styles, I'm picking Shakur Stevenson on points. With that being said, as Teofimo's back is against the wall, if the takeover truly shows up, he always has a chance. Because when Teo is at his best, he's special. I just haven't seen that magic since the Lomachenko fight. My heart says Teo, but my brain says Shakur. This is a fantastic fight. Let me know what you guys think. Who wins this fight? Does Teofimo rise to the occasion, or does Shakur outclass him over 12 rounds? Drop your predictions in the comments. I'll be sure to read and respond to everyone. If you've enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.